bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out, and I'll lay your ship bare. See, I'll leave with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it both.
Hi you guys, it's Jamie with Jamie's Taking It Off. Today is Wednesday, September the 5th, 2012. I have recorded my whole video once and went back and looked at it, and it was very, very long. I was jabbering and gibbering and taking up way too much time. I'm very excited, I'm very happy today, and it is just coming out with no tact. Anyway, so it is officially the end of week 11 and the beginning of week 12 of my journey. Okay, so if you're just now joining me on my journey, I started it on June 13th, 2012, and my starting weight was 375.8. Okay, so last week my weigh-in was 318.2. This morning when I got on the scales, it was 310.8. So there's a weekly loss of 7.4 pounds. That is a total loss in my 12-week journey of 65 pounds. Yay me! I am so excited. I'm ecstatic. I can't believe it. I got on the scale like 4 times to make sure that it was right. Then I finally took my picture. Here that is. Okay, so in my original video I said here's my weight loss picture, and I kind of liked that because it's kind of motivational instead of saying my scale picture. Anyway, so let's get on to measurements. Inches, yay! Okay, so I have lost 1 inch in the last week. This is from last week the 29th until the 5th of September. So I've lost 1 inch in my hip. I gained a 1/4 inch in my thigh. I gained a 1/2 inch in my bicep. I gained a 1/4 inch in my calf. We'll get to those in a second. I lost 2 inches in my chest. I lost 1 inch in my breast. I lost 3.5 inches in my shoulders, and that's actually like a 2-week time span. I don't always measure my shoulders. So 3.5 inches since the last time I measured in my shoulders, and a 1/4 inch from ear to ear. You guys know how excited I am about losing that. Anyway, about the inches that I had gained. I've been doing a lot of strength training, including the Supreme 90 Day. If you guys have done that, if you've seen that, you know it is a lot of strength training as well as cardio combined. So I think that that's where I'm gaining those inches in my muscle areas, the things that are more muscular, there we go, muscular, in my arms and my legs. So hopefully that's the reason for it, because I'm still losing, and yeah. Anyway, so to date I have lost 61.5 inches total off my body. Yay, off for good, never coming back. Let's see, so someone had asked me on Facebook what I have been doing to lose my weight so fast, and I think it's because of the 7.4 pounds that I just lost. Well, you guys know that I had that 2.5 week plateau of 319. Evil number, terrible number, never want to see those numbers again. And I had started exercising differently. I had increased my water intake. I was only drinking about 16 ounces of water. No, I don't remember. 160 ounces of water, something like that. Now I'm drinking 10 to 12 32-ounce cups, mugs, this of water a day. Also want to tell you, see, there's a little bit of flavored water still in here. Actually, I was drinking a lot of flavored water. It's not flavored with, sugar or anything. It's not like Kool-Aid, but it's a Crystal Light packet, the energy packets. I was putting those into my 32-ounce container, and usually they're for like 12 to 24 ounces. So I was using one of those, and I was drinking that. And I decided that it could possibly be changing the composition of the water, so I decided just to give myself one of those a day instead of all of them. So I'm still drinking 32 ounces of flavored water, and then between 10 to 12 of regular 32-ounce containers of water a day. Let's see. And then being a big soda drinker before, I've got to have some kind of flavor, and I usually drink that with my lunch or my dinner, so I have some flavor instead of just plain water. Let's see. I have stopped this week. I have stopped eating as much bread as I was, and I wasn't really eating a lot of bread, and it was still high fiber bread. It was never white bread. It was usually multi-grain or whole grain breads. But I've been using vegetable-based wraps instead, and I would take my wrap, and there's an awesome substitute for mayonnaise, and it's equal parts of plain Greek non-fat yogurt and avocado. So if you use half a cup of yogurt, use a half a cup of avocado mashed up. Or like I weigh mine in grams. Anyway, so you mix that together, and you can put it in containers, stick it in the fridge. It'll last 3 to 4 days, even with the avocado in it, because the yogurt helps keep it. It's like a preservative, so the avocado doesn't get brown and nasty for a couple of days. I use that on my wrap, put my vegetables down on top of that, and then I use between 2.5 to 3 ounces of meat, lean protein like fish, chicken. I have been using some pork, turkey. The pork that I use is from a pork loin. It's trimmed. There's no extra fats. I try to get all the fat off that I can from any meats that I eat. Towel it dry. I never add fat either. I usually grill my meats on the outdoor barbecue. So another thing, and then I add some almonds on top, or some shredded cabbage is really good. I found that the cabbage gives it a crunch, so you have that extra flavor, the extra texture. I also started using flaxseed meal in my protein shakes to add fiber. I also put it in my yogurt, or we did sprinkle some on top of our wrap last night. It says to use 2 tablespoons, and this is actually ground up. It's called flaxseed meal, and it's by Red Meal. Find it in your grocery store with the flour and sugar section. Don't buy the sugar. Okay. It says to use 2 tablespoons, or that's the serving size, and I usually use 1 tablespoon. It does have quite a bit of fat in it. I think it's 4.5 grams. Like I said, I've been trying to cut out any of the extra fat. So 1 tablespoon is fine for me. It doesn't give it that bad of a texture. It's a different texture, but it's not bad texture. And I can't really taste it, but if it does have a taste, it's probably a nutty flavor. And the water, yep, I changed the water. Let's see. So that's really all I've been doing extra. That and the Supreme 90 Day that I've been doing all week that has killed me. But I keep going. Okay. So 2 NSVs this week, guys. 2. I'm so excited. The first was when me and my husband would go to the store to buy clothes for myself. I would never go by myself. He would always have to go with me. I was too embarrassed, too ashamed. And we would have to look through 1 or 2 different brands of clothes to find the size of shirt that I needed. And if they didn't have it, we'd look in cubbies and look underneath stuff and sift through tons and tons of shirts to try to find the right size. And if we couldn't find it, then we'd have to go to a different store, etc., etc. So we were always looking for a 5X, and a 5X is a 30-32. That's at Walmart anyway. Well, the other day we went to the store, Katie and I, and we were going to try on some clothes, and I took 2 different tank tops. I needed a new tank top for workouts because my other ones stink. They stink. They're rotten stink. Anyway, so I needed a new tank top, and I grabbed two. I grabbed a 4X, which is a 24-26 and or 26-28, I can't remember. Anyway, I grabbed a 4X and I grabbed a 3X, and I took them to the changing rooms with me. And Katie came out. She was a size 16. She's probably going to kill me for telling you guys this, but she was a size 16 when she started her journey a month and a half ago. And she was a tight 16. I love you, Katie, but you were. Anyway, she probably could have fit comfortably in an 18. Maybe a little bit big in the waist because she has wider hips. But anyway, so she came out of that dressing room in a size 13 jeans, and they were smoking on her. And she didn't have no muffin top, no nothing up there. They were awesome. I wish I'd had the money to buy them for her, because I would have gotten them for her right then. I was so proud of her. And I'm like, okay, so I go into the changing room and I said, forget the 4X, I'm going to put on the 3X first, and I did. And it fit, and it was a 22-24. And I saved the little sticker that goes on the side right here, and it has the number and this barcode and everything. I saved that, and I put it in my weight loss journal, and here's a picture of that. Okay, so I was ecstatic. I had to tell everybody. I left the tag on for like the whole time I had the shirt on the first day. Anyway, and in my Supreme 90 Day 6 video, which I will upload tonight, you'll be able to see me in that shirt. So you can tell that it's not tight, it's not too short, it's just awesome. Okay, and my second NSV for the week was that I was able to push myself up on the stability ball during the Supreme 90 Day. I was scared to death of the stability balls when I first started. I was afraid I was too heavy, that I was going to make them pop, that I was going to get the wind knocked out of me when I hit the floor. I was just scared to death. So I was very cautious when I first started using them, but by day 5, I was able to push myself up on the stability ball from laying down position to sitting up position. And that was using nothing but stomach muscles and my legs. Well, of course, my legs because I was pushing, but I had to pull myself up with my stomach muscles. So I was ecstatic. I had to bring my husband in to show him the video, and I was just over the moon. So that's my second NSV for the week, that I was able to use my stomach and push myself up, pull myself up on the stability ball. And here's some quick footage of that. Isn't that just awesome? I'm so proud of me. Okay, anyway, so I have the great beginning to the next week. I am so motivated by that 7.4 pounds, and my legs are not hurting tonight. I'm going to go dance my butt off, and I might even go ahead and do the legs for the Supreme 90 Day. We had told ourselves we were going to give ourselves a rest day because we were just so tired, but I just might be able to do it. Anyway, so I hope you guys have a great week. I'm so excited for you all. For you guys that are in my 60-day challenge, yay you! And I will see you guys next week. Here's to us moving and you taking it off.